Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Go Snap upgrade here, which is going to allow you to throw up to 3 Pokemon out into the area that you're in with this blue range here and allow you to position them in a way that makes them look like they could be battling or doing something else, maybe going up against something else themselves, who knows, some mysterious thing coming from the sky or whatever area you have. But nonetheless, it is going to be a new feature introduced. Now, for once, I'm going to have to say, this is actually pretty cool, okay? This is an actual good update to the game. I enjoyed it, okay? Hey, look at this. We got Groudon, Kyogre versus Rayquaza over here. The sky's the limit. Now, I am pretty good at doing Photoshop and layering Pokemon, so I can, I do without this, and I can still make these kind of things happen within an image if I wanted to. But for the average person to be able to just do this without third-party apps is absolutely amazing. So that's the gist of it. So essentially, you have a new options to the right. You have your news, and then to the left you do have the option to do this. Now it's going to give you several different things, prompts. It's going to ask you the type of the region of Pokemon and whatnot. So you can pick those, and it'll just kind of give you a few different options, or you can pick your own. You do have to make sure you do have enough space if you're going to be throwing out something massive like a Groudon here. So you're going to see in a second. I'm still. This was before I actually did the Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre matchup there. So this is actually before that. So I'm just kind of like derping out over here, and it's just kind of giving me a few options, and I finally realized, oh, maybe I need to back up here, give it a little space, and then I figure it out. And it kind of overlaps them, but you kind of get the general idea. You can mix and match and do what you want. Now this can be amazing for people who like to take really cool AR shots, and oh, I go Mewtwo. Okay, it takes less space, but the sky's the limit here. I wouldn't say the sky is actually the limit. I'm going to say the ceiling is the limit with Niantic, but as far as this update is concerned, as far as the moving them around, so it's going to give you an option. It's going to be the double arrow twirly around kind of logo that you can see above that Charmander. It's going to be in the corner at first, and then you can kind of reposition them wherever you want to make them look at a particular spot, and then you can tap on them to make them do their animation and kind of get this little dynamic thing going on here for a pretty cool picture in a very interesting scenario. And then you can even edit it at that point. So definitely a pretty cool update. And there's also going to be a free box for you to claim as well that is going to contain a few stickers that are going to be allowed to be overlaid onto the picture. So that is another option as well. I haven't really looked online to see if it costs money afterwards. I would assume it's probably going to cost money. It's like after the free one, then it's 99 cents, sucker, or like 50 Pokecoins or something like that. I don't know. But if it's free to continue on, then amazing. Then I'll eat my words later on. But yeah, as far as this update is concerned, as far as the new Go Snap feature that we're looking at right here, freaking amazing. Now this is going to be before the first video that you did see was going to be of me once I figured it out. This is me still trying to figure it out, probably like a lot of you in a lot of closer confined areas where you're just kind of like, why isn't it working? And you're trying to throw out the most massive Pokemon possible, because it actually genuinely needs a little bit more space for them to be out there. But we're going to get into something else here. So this is not going to be all praise, but as far as this is concerned, once I got the hang of it, it seemed to be pretty damn solid. I'm not going to go on some lie here and say, oh, it's horrible, just to, keep up the Niantic's horrible thing. So there's that free box really quick. It is sideways because we're going to go into the regular mode. Yeah, there you go. But yes, as far as this new feature is concerned, pretty good. It could be buggy for other phones. I am working off a Samsung Galaxy S22. I'm losing track of the gosh dang numbers now. Okay. I got the newest damn Samsung. Okay. And it works great. I'm happy with it. Cool. Freaking phenomenal. But again, like I said, we're going to get into a little bit of a tangent. And also, I have some footage of Anchorage for you, too. I should have stated that in the beginning. So if you're still here, fantastic. Glad you're still sticking around. You're not going to regret hanging out here. We're going to look at some pretty cool spots, including some spooky areas with some hobos, and maybe somebody's going to pop out and say, get out of my area and stop. I'm trying to sleep here. Okay. Oh, moving the mic. All right. So we're in my secret area here. Now let's talk about the bad part of the AR. Okay. I know I can't just let good enough be, right? I can't just let it be well enough be. We're going to talk about it. So as far as when it comes to the regular AR feature for the game, it's absolutely annoying. I can't stand it. That's what I personally use to take snapshots of Pokemon to get a very clean shot. So what I will do is put them in a position, put my hand over it, and then I'll be able to kind of like wipe it down and make it, you know, as clean as possible with a very good 3D model from Pokemon Go, as opposed to some random model online for Pokemon, right? So here's one of the first spooky spots. Oh shoot, I was like, oh damn, is there somebody behind there? It has to be, look at that. I'm like, oh my goodness, was it? Ah! All right, nobody's behind there. Well, maybe there might be somebody curled up, but I couldn't see him. I'm not gonna dig any further, but we're actually gonna go to, hobo spot number 2. Now this used to be my little secret area. This is not too far off of, like, you know, out of the city or anything. It's still in the confines of the city, so it's not crazy like in the boonies or anything. I definitely have some secret boonie places, and as a matter of fact, I have like little buckets hidden around town in case of an emergency. I know I shouldn't be telling you that publicly, but it doesn't really matter. There's so much space in Alaska that you'll just never find it. So yeah, a little pro tip for you. If you want to prepare to the maximum, have hidden little ammo buckets around town with little things like a day of food, a little thing of propane, maybe a cooker or some sort of like boiler. But I don't know, I'm getting a little crazy here. Don't want to make it seem like I'm some sort of super doomsday prepper, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. It's better to invest in these things and go out and like waste your money on partying and stuff. So there's hobo camp number 2. Yep, it's infesting everywhere, even Alaska. All right, so let's talk about this now. Let's talk about the AR feature itself. So what's going on here? The regular AR feature is just complete garbage. I just can't stand using it anymore. The Pokemon will like fly away, or they'll become extremely small, or they'll just start running away, which equals them being very small. They just start vanishing away and just disappearing. Now I am in an open field here, and it is working okay. All right, it is working okay. Now, when it comes to the blend, I don't know. I was trying to use that. It's just really stupid to use it right here because there's really no point to blend. It's just in an open field, so there's nothing to blend. So I'm trying to go to the woods here and make it work, but it just wouldn't pick it up. It just wouldn't. If you're thinking, well, you're not in a flat spot, that's why it's not working. You could be right, sure. I'm not going to argue too much on that. But it would have been really nice to like get it in between those trees there, so I can take a really cool shot with it blending between the trees. It's a cool Zygarde or something. And I'm eventually going to swap over to Mawile, because Mawile's a forest-dwelling little fairy, right? So we're going to go ahead and give that a shot. I can imagine it would be very prominent in Alaska's woods if it was a real thing. Yeah, could you imagine? I remember when I was a kid. Here we go on my random squirrel talks. We're like, man, I want Pokemon to be real. And then we started getting a little deeper. But what happened if they use Earthquake? What happens when, you know, this description of one of these bad Pokemon actually do that? And they were like, yeah, let's just play the game. Anyways, so we're going to continue on. Athena's having an absolute freaking blast. Everything is kind of just melted recently. It's starting to become warm. The grass is coming up. We had some rain. She's eating all this fresh grass. She's loving life. All right, you're going to see her eating that grass. And she's just, you know, going at it because it's that time of the year. She hasn't seen it in so long, so no, she's probably not in pain. I know they eat it when they have a stomach ache. She's just enjoying her fresh little salads. But anyways, take a look at this amazing view. What a phenomenal day. The wind was perfect. I love my state. Good luck to you if you live in the lower 48s in the United States, okay? If you live out in the boonies, then yeah, you're probably all right. If you live in like middle America, you're all right. But for the outskirts of the Americas, coming this November, GG's. All right, you know, lock and load, boys and girls, get ready. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the ARs. Get off what the hell I'm talking about here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull Mawile out here. Kind of a little small. We have a mini Mawile. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, But you see how it moves? I can't stand it. You know, I get it. Sometimes I'm in my house and it's like, oh, the AR is not working because you're not in the, you know, a big enough area, or it just doesn't pick up correctly because you're in your living room. Okay, sure, fair enough. I was in the middle of this random field and it was still bullshitting me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go on this trail here. I try it again and it just starts skipping everywhere. Look at Athena's even pissing on it. She said, yeah, this is garbage. Athena, let's get it, baby. She said, this is garbage. But she did it right on Mawile, so a little disrespectful there, girl. A little disrespectful. All right, anyways, we're trying to stomp the fairy. Oh, stomped him. All right, so we're just having a little fun here, folks. I'm going to let you go with a little bit of music here in a second, but I know it's unfortunate that the regular AR is a little buggy, but hopefully they can, you know, fix that up here. But when it comes down to their new AR feature with the 3 Pokemon, hands are in the air. You did it. You got me. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Enjoy the rest of the video. Take care.